This is episode 27 of the Out of the Minds podcast. I'm Sean Oakley.
And I'm Sam Cooper.
Right.
And we're here.
We're here. We have a game to review. We're back to standard stuff.
And it's not me v you! Because that does
It's
seem to have been the theme for quite a lot of our reviews.
Yes. I mean, that's no bad thing, but yes, it's not a me v you. Before we start, do we want to very quickly lightly touch on the 2.5 announcement?
I mean, like, my idea of light literature, it seems fine.
Yeah. I'm not overly a fan of the self-bump roll for damage, but we'll wait and see what it plays like. I think it's hilarious
that somehow I, the Swarm player, think it's great.
I know. But honestly, I don't think you can really judge it until you have that points update as well and see what they do. And I don't think the game's dead. I don't think it's the end of... it's less of a difference going from 1.0 to 2.0. So I'm very much of the mindset, wait and see what it's like.
Yeah.
Cool. That's our, news done. Let's talk about the game, shall we, Sam?
Yes. Now, so I see you've gone back to Republic.
Yeah, this is a league game, 10 league game I've just played against Mat Burnett. I just wanted a little bit of a break from Resistance. I know we talked last week about the importance of playing lists repeatedly, but I also feel that you don't want to play them so much that you get sick of them, so that when you want to take them to something competitive, you're just not hating it the entire time. I did think about just flying some aces, but I thought, no, what I'll do is I'll fly a different faction, because Republic was my main faction for a long time, and I dabble in Rebels as well, so I got 3 factions I can dip in and out of. So I thought I'd play some Republic, but I'd kind of try and keep the theme of my list similar to what I've been flying with the 3 T-70s and a Fireball. So I've basically got Warthog in the lat, basically allowing me to survive being initiative killed. Not really an issue this game. He's got 5s, so every time I miss, I can place a focus or evade token on him and then take that before I engage. Commander Cody, so that every time I miss, if a hit result or crit result was cancelled, the defender takes a strain. And then Ghost Company, which basically, if I'm focused, allows me to double tap. It's Republic Biston for half the price. And gives you a rotate into a red.
But has the upside of but it also takes up a gunner, right?
It does. It is a crew and gunner. Cody's a gunner, 5s is a crew, so you've used the 2 crew, 2 gunner slots basically. I've got 3 squad 7 veterans. That's the initiative 3 arc 170, and the red one has Wolfpack. So basically, when I defend, if the attacker is in that arc's firing arc, I may take a strain to acquire a lock. Pretty simple. It's a jousty list. And Matt wanted to try out a meta list and tweak it slightly. He's brought the 5.
What's the tweak?
This
looks kind of normal.
No, yeah. For anyone watching on YouTube, the overlay is wrong at the moment.
Okay.
I didn't clock it when I was filling, because he sent me like a non-Yasby link and I had to build it, and I just saw Kirax with Predator, so I copied it 5 times. I believe pink and blue, in fact, have no Predator but have ion missiles.
Okay.
And you will see in a minute that we clock that and I change it over before the shooting starts.
I was going to say, I was looking at... By the way, everyone, it's 5 Kirax fighters. 3 of them have Predator, 2 of them have ion missiles. Although I was about to go on the 5 Predator Black Sun Aces. They're all F3, so unfortunately Warthog's ability is a little bit sad. But, yeah.
Okay, so... We said last week we're going to talk a bit more about things like target priority and turn 0.
So who had first player?
Right, so I won the roll-off. And I picked to go first
Okay.
because I felt that getting in first, getting mods, or more specifically, getting the focus token, because Matt gets rerolls from his Predator, I can get rerolls from the Fire Convergence ability of the Arc. Getting in first, getting the focus, and trying to block, I felt would benefit me more than Arcs and Lats. They're not really going to be Arc dodging. So I didn't see the necessity of going last, if that makes sense.
And shooting first lets you potentially strip enemy focuses, etc., etc., put crits through before they get to shoot.
Exactly. So I deployed down in the bottom left corner. 2 arcs, basically a range ruler width apart, as far forward as you can go. The second arc, 90 degrees at the bottom of the base, and the lat behind. Basically, so I can move the 2 forward. I can hard turn red in behind. I put him behind so that, because it's got Wolfpack, people are less inclined to shoot at him if it's range 3. He can turn in behind and barrel roll towards the board edge, and then over 2 turns the lat can just bank, and you, not perfect, but basically end up with a squarish block.
So rocks are basically clustered down the middle. There's a channel on both sides of the board.
Now, yeah, turn 0 rock placement. I was quite happy with this, actually. I basically set the 3 debris field, and Matt set the 3 rocks. So for people who can't see, the 3 debris are basically clustered in the opposite corner from me. One's in the corner, and the 2 are sort of, one's along Matt's board edge.
Basically forming a triangle, like a range 1 triangle.
Yeah. And one's in and a little bit. And then Matt's placed the 3 rocks sort of in a slight curve from the opposite corner of where I am in towards the middle. And this gives a nice big lane up my side, a lot of space in the top left corner, but also a reasonable channel to go through the obstacles if you need to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing like there's basically a giant Y shape going through the middle of the board.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with this rock placement. Matt set up opposite me. I was kind of hoping he'd joust, but no such luck.
I mean, I think he wins.
I think he could.
Yeah, I think because he just has more guns.
That is true.
More guns, similar health, more greens.
Not if I'm stripping.
All right, then same greens, but you'll only put maybe 1 strain.
Hilariously, in this game, Warthog annoyingly keeps doing 1 damage.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess this might just be a bit of lack of confidence. I guess 2 of the characters don't have Predator, so they're not likely to have one. But I reckon if Matt jousted and a bit of good range control, he'd easily get 3 range 1 shots, 2 range 2 shots, and then
for sure.
Yes, okay, the arc will simultaneously fire, but dead arc.
But my job with if we jousted would be to get in, block the front 3. Yes, they got Predator, but.
But I think it's hard to I personally feel like Matt wins the joust quite handily.
Yeah,
just because.
But I set up
you don't
first,
have that much. Yeah, I guess it's on his choice, isn't it?
And also, what else does this list really do?
Yeah,
it's like Matt's list. It's got the choice not to joust.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's turn 0, and as I say, I set up, I'm reasonably happy. Because Matt hasn't set up opposite me, he's set up in the opposite corner, I know that I've got enough time to do my opening manoeuvres, get everybody into a block, so I'm quite happy. So yeah, let's crack on with the game then. So yeah, you can see my things blinking down. As I say, I 2 straight with the front 2 hard barrel roll, 1 bank. And Matt just comes 3 forward, taking all of his tokens with him.
So I haven't seen the game, so I imagine Matt does another one and then thinks about turning in, because that just gets him into the nice wide channel.
Yeah.
You'll
notice the overlay, we've clocked the mistake and put the iron missiles on.
Iron missiles.
So because So I've done I think a 2 forward there, and brought Warthog behind, and Matt's 1 banked and 2 banked and with everyone. So they're not. It was an interesting choice here because of that bottom debris field that's sort of in front of Matt and slightly to the right. I knew we couldn't really bank his entire formation into where my arcs are going to be. So what this allows me to do is the next turn, I think I jump forward with a 3, knowing that I've still got another turn to hard turn in instead of having to bank, which is much better for the medium bases. Because I know he can't turn the whole lot in. Yeah, let's speed through the early rounds and get to the interesting stuff. So yeah, 3 hard. I take a focus just in case.
3 straight.
3 straight, sorry, yeah. I realised at this
focus
point...
rotate?
Yeah, focus rotate. Ghost Company gives it.
Yeah.
I was just slightly worried about something just plinking in at range 3, but also I thought at this point what I can do is hard turn the arcs and then just send Warthog up behind them.
Yeah,
because Warthog's not really there to do damage. He just needs the ships in his arc.
Yeah,
and yeah. And now this was interesting because the moment Matt did that, he's 1 banked with the green Kirax at the front. And it's put him right in front of the debris field. So I was like, surely he's not 1 banked everything.
he has, hasn't he?
A lot of it.
Yellow needed to go first.
So he's had to barrel roll out of the way. I mean, it's not a major issue because we're not shooting this round. But it's just, I suppose, an indication of Matt's thinking. And he clearly wants to get in and start punching some damage through. Which is fine, because as I say, I've now got the opportunity to hard turn in, and the likelihood is he's going to have to not split his formation, but go either side of that debris field, which actually does end up being quite interesting, as you'll see. So yeah, he's 1 banked everything, got a couple of bumps.
Right, under new rules, I just rolled 2d8. Yellow takes a hit and red takes a crit.
We did mention that at the time.
I just used Google roll a d8. So.
But yeah, so what I basically do here is I hard turn all of the arcs and take a focus, and then I 1 straight Warthog. I know it's going to bump. But that's fine. That's not an issue. Because what my plan is for the turn after is it means that I can bring the arcs forward and either straight or bank Warthog behind.
Yeah.
But I'm also sort of assuming, and I make a mistake here, of assuming that Warthog will miss his attack and plonk a focus on 5, so he'll have a focus for the next turn. Matt brings most of his formation forwards. 3 of them take a focus, but Pink, who has ion missiles, takes a lock onto Warthog, who's just range 3. But because of where
I might have gone for yellow there.
Yeah. I mean, they're all medium bases, so he's got to get 2 through on everyone. But the interesting thing is the fact he's had to turn blue away because he'd gone either side of that debris field. So I'm not getting shot at by blue. So that, it's 1 less.
Yeah, it looks like basically Warthog and yellow are trading shots with pink and green, is what it looks like.
Pretty much. I think
if pink's in range of Warthog, surely green's in range of yellow.
Yeah. I should say, I think my green arc might have a shot on pink as well.
Oh, I didn't see when they did the target lock. I didn't realize. I didn't think he had an arc.
Maybe we'll find out. Because I check. Oh no, yeah, check Warthog first. No, so green doesn't have range on Warthog. It's just out.
Yeah, but he has yellow.
Yeah, he should have yellow. So I do the range 3 onto thing. Roll hit crit. and put a crit through. Like, damn it.
Okay.
Kind of wanted him to get a strain there. Yellow does have... Sorry, my green arc does have pink. And rolls hit, crit. Matt, 2 blanks and evade, so he takes shield crit. And it's a direct.
No, isn't it crit because Warhog took off the shield already.
Oh, yeah, sorry, crit. And it's a direct hit and a disabled power regulator. And then yellow shoots into the same target for 2 hits, 1 evade, so pink is down to 2. Yeah, so Matt range 3s into yellow and takes 1 shield off with green, and then fires his ion missiles into Warthog, who blanks out, but it's only 2 damage. So he takes a shield, takes 1 ion, which is fine because he's a medium base, so he's not ioned.
So Pink's doing a 1 straight focus if he doesn't bump.
I mean, yeah, Pink's not doing a 1 straight focus, especially with where the rest of the list is. I know that I can bump Pink with yellow, likely get a shot on blue, or red.
Yeah, because blue 1 hards, right?
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
And then the back 2 arcs will have other shots if needs be, or not if needs be, into the other people. Or you know, my idea is you block Pink with yellow, you shoot Pink with green. It's got 2 left, I want to kill it.
Yeah, I mean, my assumption for this round is yellow arc dies, pink dies, and maybe I think you definitely get some damage on blue.
Your assumption would be wrong.
Oh, really?
Yes. Spoilers. Yellow's taken that 1 shield. Yellow is the last ship remaining.
That's interesting.
But I do take some damage. So yeah, I basically 2 straight all of the arcs, and then I 2 bank Warthog, which is a mistake.
Does that fit? That doesn't look like it fits.
No, it doesn't fit. I was misjudging just how far a medium base would go. I should have done either a 1 straight or a 1 bank.
Yeah,
but I wanted to tweak the angle of the list. I was also wary that if I take 1 more ion,
I'll be
going straight. So I wanted not only to be safe about hitting an obstacle, which I'm nowhere near, but also if I'm going 1 straight and focusing, I want the arc in an angle that would keep it relevant for his ability.
Yeah.
So at 45 degrees, I feel that gives me the best coverage for the next turn. And to be fair, that bump, it's damn close to 45 degrees, so there can't have been much in it.
Besides, you'll get a focus when you miss, right?
Yeah. So yeah, pink bumps, 1 hard from blue, who takes a lock onto yellow.
It's the Burnett curse, I swear.
I know, I was intrigued, and then all of the other Kiraxes move in, and they've got some nice shots.
Yeah, so this is why I was like, I'm pretty sure. I think Matt maybe could have got a bit more harder in on yellow and get some more range 1 shots, but like throwing 4 dice out of Kirax fighters at basically anything is going to deal damage.
So I don't know if I make a small mistake. No, I probably do make a small mistake here. I'm pretty sure I shoot blue, and I'll just see if I... Yeah, I shoot blue with
I think
Warthog.
you shot pink.
No. See, I think that's the mistake. There's no point shooting pink. I'm pretty comfortable that yellow, who's green, who's effectively double modded because he's got fire convergence, should be able to kill him. The reason I went for blue is because blue has no focus token. But it's range 3, so has the extra dice. And I'm thinking, I'm not likely to do anything anyway. If I miss, he takes a strain, and then yellow, who's got possibly a range 1 shot into him, smacks a load of damage through.
Yeah.
What I think I should have done was shoot green.
Try and strip the focus.
Because green's range 2. Either try and strip the focus, or deal the strain. Because green's then taking 2 range 1 shots from the other 2 arcs, if needs be. I'd probably sacrifice killing pink to I don't know. I'd
No,
probably
so I think he should have shot pink with this because okay, this is the worst shot in this match, right?
yeah,
And pink might get killed by it. And I
yeah,
feel like that is a chance worth taking. And if you don't kill it, okay, fine, you deal some damage. Green is even more likely to kill it. And if you do kill it, green gets to range 1 green.
yeah, yeah. That's fair. I just had it in my mind that green's going to shoot pink and was working from that.
Yeah.
But Warthog does.
I mean, I don't think like any shot at a warthog is fine. I guess like at least you had a rationale behind the shot and not just I shoot the closest.
Yeah, Warthog rolls hit crit again, and sticks the crit through on blue shields. So this I think is green range oneing into pink.
Yeah, so pink is dead.
Pink is dead. Red range one's into green. Fire convergence for hit crit. Matt spends the focus just to take the shield. Yellow goes into blue and takes him down to 1 health.
Yes.
And that's me. So pink shoots back.
1 hit into
green. I think Matt goes all in on green here and does 3.
No, this isn't red.
So yeah, some into red. So hang on, we'll just go through it.
He splits fire.
I
He's
think
taking the range 1 shots.
I think the reason he did red into red was because he had Predator as well.
Yeah. This is 3 into someone. I don't know.
I believe it's
Yellow.
No, red. He's
Red.
gone after red because red's got Wolfpack.
Okay.
So at the end of that shooting, he split his fire a little bit, but he stripped the shields and 1 hull off green, and he's taken red down to 2 left.
Oh, imagine if green had shot red.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he wanted the Predator.
Red used Wolfpack to take a strain to acquire a lock onto blue. And that's the only time Wolfpack triggers in this game.
I'm expecting 4Ks from the Kirax fighters. At least red and yellow. Maybe green is a bit. That'd be an optimistic 4K.
So I'm expecting a 4K from green, and I'm thinking about blocking it with Warthog.
That's why I'm not expecting it. Like I looked at that, it's like I'd love to 4K, but Warthog is going to be exactly where that 4K is going to be.
So what I do here, I don't think the 4K for yellow fits over blue.
I think you're right.
So what I do here is I don't really have a way of turning around. So what I do is green is sitting 1/3 of a base behind yellow.
Yeah, not even that.
I dial in a 2 straight.
Okay.
Just to see if it squeezes in the gap in between.
It shouldn't.
Yellow. It doesn't. But if it did, and I 1 straight yellow, then yellow bumps, but has that shot onto onto blue. Red basically does a 1 bank towards blue because I've got the lock. I'm not so worried about the bump.
Yeah.
And then I 1 straight Warthog.
That would let the 4K go through, wouldn't it? Because I think Warthog would bump into green.
Well, I was hoping green wouldn't be there.
Fair enough.
Is the thing. It's actually interesting how it works out. Yeah, so I do green first because I want to see if it fits. But I also, in my mind, knew that if it doesn't fit, green just gets the shot into blue, and maybe the tail end catches the 4K. Probably not, but it just the sort of the back corner.
Actually.
The back corner. I didn't think it was likely, but it was. And if it doesn't, I've got a range 1 shot out the back. Okay, it's only 3 dice, but it's still 3 dice. So, yeah, there wasn't. I suppose I didn't see many other options in this turn, but I've got enough health that okay, I'm likely to lose red this turn. But I can start. Blue's got 1 left. Green's shield is gone, I can start punching some crits through. Once blue's dead, I'm not worried about ion missiles anymore, and I kind of feel I kind of feel this game is a damage race, basically.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. You have slightly more hull, and Matt has more greens.
Yeah.
So the green already moved?
Yeah. I clicked the bump straight away.
Okay, I didn't see the little bumped thing.
Yeah, no, it's because I click it automatically. It's one of the things I tend to do when I'm playing.
I was going to say, like, well, now the 2 straight definitely won't fit. Sure. Yeah. What were you thinking?
No. Green bumped first, okay. Then yellow moves. Red does his one bang, and I do clip green. So the 4K does fit.
Yeah,
but he is range 1 out the back of the green arc. And in Warthog's arc. So I know if I need it, I've got a modded shot.
Oh.
Yeah, now that... Say 4K's yellow. Blue bumps.
Oh, red really wanted to be going first there.
Yeah, and red does a 4K. But I think if red had 4K'd, I think he would have... Yellow would have clipped it.
Yeah, but I don't think yellow has Predator. And I think he'd rather have the Predator shot.
Fair. So now I'm only taking shots from 3 Kiraxes, which is... good. So Warthog does a
range 3
into blue. Finally gives out a strain. Gets his focus on 5s. And then red does his shot into blue because he's got the target lock for hit crits. Matt only had 1 evade dice because of the strain, and I only had to get 1 through. So he's dead. Green goes into...
Green doesn't have the green Karax then.
No, he does.
But you're not taking the shot. You just put his arcs.
Yeah, no. So I was just rechecking Warthog's arcs to see who was in.
Okay.
But I decided to go into yellow.
Okay.
Because yellow can take 2 shots from green and from red.
Right.
But even after a fire convergence, I roll nada. Sorry, not red, from yellow. And because... Yeah, and so what I did there is I made a mistake while I was playing, because I thought green and red were still shooting, but red had obviously shot blue.
Yeah.
Otherwise I would have gone into green. But I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference, because the yellow still has to shoot, not red, but basically has the same shot.
Yeah.
So green range 1 shot did nothing anyway. So I do put yellow into green for 1 hit, 1 evade. So those 2 basically did nothing. But blue's dead, which is the important thing, I suppose.
Red's dead.
Red's dead, but I was expecting that this turn anyway. I'd like to have punched a little bit more through than...
No, I think you're winning on the trade at this point, unless the dice really start swinging Matt's way.
Yeah, but no, I'd agree. I'm winning on the trade-off, but I feel like what is it? 5 dice modded from fire convergence should have put something through.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But is what it is. So yeah, blindingly obvious 4Ks from the green and yellow arc now. They nicely sit either side of that debris field. Warthog does a stop, because I know that I can get a focus from 5s. I know that yellow and green can't really go anywhere that they can shoot me. I wasn't expecting red to go anywhere that it could shoot me.
I'm expecting red to do a 1 hard.
It does do a 1 hard.
Yeah.
So I do the double tap. And annoyingly, he takes the crit, which is a damage sensor array. Then I go into that, and he decides to take both here. So
Alright, so he's just keeping the mods.
He's keeping the mods. I've put a damage sensor array into green, and both green and yellow are on 4 hull. Yellow takes a range 3 shot.
And blanked. Okay.
Yeah, so the arcs again fail to do anything.
This look like it's the red Kirax into the gun the I don't know. Actually, he just
Yeah.
pulled out a bunch of dice. I don't know who's shooting.
Red-
Damage is being done.
Red went into the back of Warthog. I believe dealt 2 because he's down to 7 and has a fuel leak
there as well.
Yellow went into green and took him down to 3 hull.
And then the other Kirex fighter looks like...
This is green into green, and green dies.
Okay.
And that is where his dice turned hot.
Speaking of dice turning hot.
Yeah, that's where his dice turned hot.
I mean, actually, no. I wouldn't say turning hot. I'd say he chose to... he physically chose to take damage he didn't need to ensure he had a mod at the end of the shooter.
That is fair.
Because he did spend both his focuses. And Predator.
Yeah. So, this turn, I'm facing down 2 things. So I do a 3 forward with...
Should bump green. Possibly yellow as well.
Oh,
unless they decide to go into Warthog.
Yeah, so I've done a 3 forward with yellow arc. It keeps them stressed, but I was hoping to go for a bump in case... Well, basically, if the Kiraxes come towards me, which I was expecting. I do a 1 straight with Warthog who focuses, and then I realised he's not going after at all, as he...
that's a good... That is a target switch and a half.
Yeah, I did not see that one coming, so I saw the 1 bank from red to get rid of the stress and turn afterwards.
I like that. I forgot they had a 2 Talon.
But the 1 hard, and the 2 Talon, especially from green, just, didn't see it. And yeah, he's basically got 3 range 1 shots, all with Predator, 2 with focuses, into Warthog. And I'm just like, eh. And Warthog only has 1 shot.
Yeah.
Which...
It looks like there was an evade rolled, or you didn't spend the focus?
I don't think I spent the focus because it was a rubbish shot. And I wanted the focus for defense.
You mean you didn't want to put out a strain?
No. However, yellow goes into... I think
someone and kills him.
I think yellow. No, it's not a kill shot. I go into yellow and I deal hit, crit. Matt rolls evade focus, takes the focus, spends the focus for 2 evades and takes crit on yellow. And it is a damaged engine and a direct hit.
So he's on 1.
But now the pain comes. And I luck out of this a little bit. As
yellow rolls 3 focuses. And
yellow rolls. I think 2 focuses and a blank and predators into a focus, and then I evade it. Oh no, I rolled an eyeball, so I've spent the focus because you're not going to get better than 1 result on 1 evade. Yep. So saves from that one. Green ends up with 2 hits, which I take. Yep. Then his dice turn hot.
And then hit, crit.
Hit, crit. I evade 1.
Predator. Yeah, hit, crit.
Fuel leak triggers. So Warthog's on 1. With a wounded pilot and a blinded pilot. Yeah, and that's that round. So... yeah, it's a damage race and I'm beginning to lose it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd say the turn is what got you, but I also feel like your arc kind of had to 3 straight.
Oh yeah,
if you 2 straight, you're just on that debris cloud, right?
Exactly.
So
yeah,
I guess the only problem is that now I feel like the arc, I'm pretty sure, just has to bump something.
Yeah. So I 1 bank to the right. Pretty sure I'm going to clip yellow, but it's getting the arc, getting the firing arc the right way. Now, I really struggle with what to do with Warthog here. I don't have a focus token on 5s, I think. I can stop, but apart from green, he just 4Ks over me with the Kiraxes.
I would 3 bank. Focus rotate.
What, 3 bank to the left?
To the right.
Oh, that's going to clip the Kirax, surely.
No, I'll go through the Kirax.
Okay. I don't. I too hard to the left.
Okay.
Swing the arc round. but I make a mistake. I'm pretty sure I fixed the blinded pilot. Oh no, I have got a focus on 5s. But I fixed the blinded pilot because with the blinded pilot, the focus is, I can use it on defense, but it's no good for attack.
Yeah, and let's be realistic. You're on one hull. You're not defending much.
No, I need to double tap and try and put some strain. Do some damage with one shot and do a strain with another shot. But I'm not sure that was the right call. I think that either going straight or maybe a bank to the left, or one bank to the left, and focus rotating might have been a better call. But we will see where it goes. So yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, that was me umming and ahhing about Warthog's thing and thinking about changing it. And so, holy smokes, the bank fits.
Yeah, I hope you focus.
Of course I focus. I do the 2 hard. I repair the blinded pilot, and then we roll for wounded pilot, and I get a stress. And I'm like...
So...
Not
I mean,
ideal.
the focus rotate could have been 2 more stress, so...
Yeah. But it's okay. So green gets a bump, which is not ideal. Red does do the 4K, which clears. And yellow
tries the 4K?
Tries the 4K, but bumps. Now, don't ask me how, because have a look at that line in the top right-hand corner. But apparently I've got red in arc. So...
I don't know.
I mean, we swung round, and I think it was just fractionally pointing in, but and going to the one off the board.
The text is right in TTS.
Well, exactly. Right. So I take the range. I take the focus. I take the range 1 shot into red. I spend the focus because I'm not double tapping, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to survive.
So 2 damage.
2 damage. Brings red down to 4 hull.
Yeah, and you try and kill yellow here.
So I do try and kill... No, did I? No, I went into red.
Okay.
The reason I went into red...
Red's the one with the shot?
Red's the one with the shot. Also, yellow's not shooting, is stressed, so is not doing a turnaround on the next turn. So if I keep pointing at him, I'm likely to have another shot at him without getting a shot back. I know that green's not turning around on me, because he's stressed. And red is facing me, but that's 1 shot coming in, and I've only taken a shield so far.
What move did green do? Is he really still stressed? I thought that was like a 1 bank that failed.
No, I think he tried a 1 hard or something.
Okay, fair enough.
So I've got it now that red's on 2, green's on 1 with a damaged engine, and green's on 4 with a damaged sensor array. So green has no shot.
Red has shot into Warthog, rollers a single crit, and there goes Warthog.
There goes Warthog. So I want to stay exactly where I am. So I thought about doing the 1 straight, but I was like, oh god, what happens if that just clears? Then it's not ideal. So I dial in a 2 hard to the right.
Okay.
Which keeps me exactly where I am.
Pretty much exactly where you are.
Which is where I want to be.
And I feel like maps, ships, they should just I don't know, just book it actually at this point. Just book it, de-stress, book it, accept that you'll take a shot solo, and hope that you've got 2 ships left with which to kill.
Yeah. So at this point, I politely remind Sam about his damaged engine in case he was thinking about 1 harding and staying stressed, because I didn't want to be that guy that's like, oh no, you're doing a 2 straightforward by the edge of the board. So he 1 banks and focuses away.
I mean, the 1 hard would be illegal because he'd have to do a stress maneuver because he was already stressed.
Well, that's what I mean. I didn't want him to dial in a 1 hard and then do the 2 straight. But yeah, he basically books past me and barrel rolls out of arc.
Yep.
So I take the shot into yellow and finish him off. And then so I 2 hard to the left here, because I know that the likelihood is they're turning around. But I genuinely thought it would fit. So I thought I'd have a focus, and it doesn't.
And two
That's it.
talons coming in.
And two talons coming in.
Yeah.
So I go into red, who takes a
Put
crit,
in.
but it's a fuel leak, so it's irrelevant because he's on 1. I take 2 back, and yeah, Matt's dice get a bit better, so I take a direct hit, and my arc is down to 3. However, I should get another unanswered shot on the next turn.
Yes, you should.
I 4K behind. They
should. Well, I feel like they should 3 straight or 2 bank.
Yeah. And this next turn coming up, I think, was the turn that basically it's the win-lose. And you'll see why. So I do the 4K. Red does a bank and barrel rolls. Green takes that and does a focus. I got a range 2. I'm unmodded.
Okay.
I got a range 2 into green with a focus on 4 health. I've got a range 3 into red with 1 health left. What would you do?
Try and finish off red.
Okay, I shot red.
I think try and finish off red because realistically, no mods against a focus, you're not going to kill green.
No.
And that means next turn, because you can't initiative kill, that means next turn you've got 2 shots coming back into you. And I feel like either you lose or it's final salvo if you somehow don't like die in the first round. But like if there are two Kyrexes shooting out arc, I think it dies and you can only kill one of the Kyrexes back.
Exactly. So I do shoot into red. I get 1 hit. He rolls 1 evade. And yeah. So the next turn I do a 1 bank. I was expecting a 1 hard from
I'm expecting a 1 hard from red.
He doesn't. I believe he 2 talons.
Interesting.
Green 2 talons, right in front, and I have no idea how that fit.
Yeah, I'm expecting a 1 hard.
But no, he doesn't. He 2 talons.
Yes. Interesting.
So I go into green here because it's range 1. They're both unmodded.
Yeah.
And roll 3
Maybe
hits. And I take him down to 1. Green does his range 1 back. Predators for 3. I'm rolling evade, so I take 2. So if I'd killed red on the last turn,
there'd be 1 hull versus 1 hull. He's stressed, you're not.
He's stressed, I'm not. I can 4K behind him. Yeah. But unfortunately, green decides to roll good dice and finishes. Red decides to roll good dice and finishes off yellow. And yeah, it's that. I mean, it's 3 dice on 3 dice, but yeah, it was an interesting game. Oh, there goes the end of the recording. So yeah, that was that. It was still close. It ended up 160 to 200, so close game in it, and 2 hull left, 1 on each of the Kyrexes. Not entirely sure what much I could have done differently.
I think you needed Warthog to book it a little bit. The turn they all turned on Warthog, I think Warthog needed to already be moving, because I know that Ark was swinging back, but like at the start of that turn, you effectively had Warthog surrounded by 3 Kyrex fighters, and I think he each needed to make a move.
Yeah, the problem with that is I just did not call him turning in on Warthog like that, and I mean, I wish I had, because if I'd done like a 3 straight or something.
Yeah,
but
like, I do feel like Warthog just needs to move faster and like either not be at range 1, like not be potentially at range 1. Because even at range 2, 3 versus 1 is a lot better than 4 versus 1.
Yeah, but again, that's the you'll only see that if you see that turning coming, and I didn't see it coming. I mean, to be fair, even you were like, "Wow," watching it back. So
yeah, because like I know, because I have actually flown bits of Republic, and it's very tempting with the Lart just to be like, I don't care about the Lart, la di da di da.
Oh no, at that point with just the Lart and the Arc left, I cared.
Yeah, but like you know what I mean. Like he's like, oh, the Lart can do Lart things, and I feel like it's easy to get like lost in the thing of doesn't really matter where the Lart goes as long as its Arc is pointing in the general right direction.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know how much this helped. The fact that the alert was basically full probably made it feel more safe than it was.
Yeah, yeah. But it was an interesting game. It was fun to
An
play.
interesting game. Kyrix fighters are good.
Kyrix fighters are good.
It's about time they are. Well, have they always been good, and people just haven't tried them? Have they come
Maybe.
down a lot
mean,
recently?
I'm not sure. To be fair, it's hard to keep up with what's good in Scum because it kind of seems like everything, or almost everything.
I mean, honestly, you're not. I don't think you're far off. I feel like you're more likely to see a Scum Z95 than any other faction.
Well, yeah, but yeah,
Even if the one you see is the Nash top up, I feel like you're more likely to see a Binaire pilot, Binaire pirate.
yeah, it was interesting. I think that's not with my list because it's quite hard to do. But I think if you're going up against the Kiraxes, you want to try and break them up. And if I had been flying the 3 T-70s and the Fireball, I would have taken the lock from Snap onto Kaz round 1, and then I would have split them up.
Yeah,
just straight away split them up, treat them like 4 aces, and try and break up the Kiraxes, get them from different angles.
The one thing the Kiraxes can't do is reposition nicely.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't reposition and also have a mod. That's the they can't do.
But yeah, fun game. I'm now 2 and 4 in the Tin League.
I don't know where I am. I've still got to play Stuart and Sean O'Neill.
Someone needs to beat Stuart. He's 7 and 0.
Yeah.
Right. But
he's a good player.
Well, yeah, he is indeed. I think that's about it for this week.
Yeah. We covered some of the basic stuff. I think this kind of just came down to a slap fest.
Yeah. But it was interesting because there were a few bits. Maybe some of my shot choices could have tweaked. I think you're right with the shot on pink. I probably should have shot Warthog into pink because it would have freed up a range 1 shot from the arc.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to think about that. Not getting in the mindset of this ship is going to kill that ship.
Yeah, so I guess that it's not getting in the mindset of this ship has, in my head, this ship has already shot this ship and killed it, so I don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
And I feel like well, actually, I can, because I own the same initiative, this ship might kill this one, and if it doesn't, we'll damn sure make sure that the other one does it. Because if you'd roll, I know it's not likely, but if you double blanked out, how depressing would that have felt?
Well, yeah, that is true.
Because if I remember correctly, you didn't have a focus that round, right?
No, I'd bumped.
Yeah.
But yeah, some interesting takeaways.
Yeah, it's interesting. Kiraxes are good. I mean, arcs and a lot, they still work.
Oh yeah, definitely. Do wonder whether maybe I should have taken 2 Delta B Jedis, but then you have to kind of strip away the Cody 5s.
Yeah.
And I like the Cody 5s combo. But yeah, that's a nice little break. Right, I think we better wrap it up there, Sam, before we start rambling about the same stuff.
This is our last one before Christmas, I think?
Yeah, most definitely. So I will say Merry Christmas to you all.
To all a good night.
We likelihood is won't do a podcast next week because it is the Christmas weekend. So the likelihood is we won't be recording. We may squeeze one in, but I'm not expecting to. So the likelihood is we'll see you all guys in a fortnight.
Yes.
Where we'll have one for the new year. And on that note, I'll just say goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Oh, that was very short and abrupt.
I mean, I got nothing else.